So happy you're all here.
Can transform, transmute tension, pain, and resistance in our bodies, in our thoughts, in our feelings, in our emotional self. And ways to, I think that's what we've been up to a lot lately is what is it in me that wants to be transformed? So
Mm,
today, let's together transform those things that maybe we've been focusing on as and viewing and seeing as negative, and maybe we can add them, include them in a way that supports our well-being so that we can be with. And that is one of
yeah.
my favorite definitions of love, borrowed from Kathleen and Gay Hendricks. To one of the way they describe love as is, or define love as being, as the ability to be with, to include. And today we invite you to be with all that is.
All the stuff. And I think I love that definition of being with as a definition of love because it also speaks to both healing. And for those of you who are into yoga, it speaks to the roots of healing, which means to make whole, the roots of yoga, which means to join forces, to unite. And I think love has that same umbrella, inclusive, big embrace. So
Yes.
let's get to it.
Let's get inclusive. Yeah, we have
let's
15
bodify.
minutes. Let's do
bodify.
this.
Yeah.
So first, let's
invite you to
arrive.
stand up.
Yeah. So let's arrive. You can do this. Well, actually, you can do this first part standing or sitting, but we're going to eventually have you come to standing. But you want to take a moment to let's presence ourselves. Really locate your body and let yourself know that you feel safe. And I love this little exercise as a way to, I'm safe. So first, let's look over your left shoulder. Look behind you, look all the way behind you, and let that opposite hip, your right hip, as you look over your left shoulder, kind of twist along with you. Take a breath, and then come back into center.
And you can really keep it simple for your nervous system and just confirm to your nervous system that you're safe.
Yes.
Simply with your eyeballs.
Yeah, and you can look up and look down. Breathing in, breathing out, just kind of checking in your surroundings. Notice where you are. And then do that to the opposite side. Look over the opposite shoulder. Look behind you. Get that opposite hip involved. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back to center. And just notice how you feel after doing that. It's a way to locate and to also ground yourself in the moment and let yourself know that your body know 360 that you are safe. All is well.
Yeah, and we want to integrate the mind and the body. One is not more important than the other, but we want to get them on the same page so they can work synergistically.
Let's build. Let's build on that.
Looking around, great way to instill, reinforce, confirm safety. And please,
we're gonna add a little bit of a twisting here.
Why don't you step back and I'll adjust the camera.
We're just gonna build on it. Your feet are about hip width apart, and we're gonna do this a little longer than you think. So, well, actually, a lot longer. He's gonna even time us.
Okay.
It takes us. Well, we'll tell you why. So first, you want to do this nice little twisting. Let your arms just kind of follow the twist. Your feet are a little bit wider than your hips.
And I'm going to start a 2-minute timer right now.
And why 2 minutes, Heath?
Well, 2 minutes. Funny you should ask. It's almost like you provide the perfect segue, Nicole. 2 minutes. It takes approximately 2 minutes for the physiological impact of your action to have a psychological impact as well as a physiological change in your respiration, your digestion, your immune system, your glandular endocrine system. So we want to do presencing activities optimally, loving kindness activities for a minimum of 2 minutes to create that shift. And I'm going to show a few different profiles. Your
options.
Elbows are bent. And see if you can tap the back, the lower back with your opposite hand. It's called the door of life.
Yes, Ming Men points, this powerful doorway of your kidney energy. So kind of waking up your low back, your kidneys, soft knees meanwhile. You can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed.
And we're already halfway through, so done 1 minute. Feel free to go slower, play with the pace.
Love that. Find your perfect pace. What feels easy so that you can still feel your feet, experience your breath. maybe even looking behind you, or with your eyes closed, feeling the gentle twist in your spine.
Yeah, and continue to shift your awareness, either your eyes open or closed, as you sense more sensations, more feelings, more thoughts. Become opening to receiving yourself. Include all of your feelings, your thoughts, your body sensations for another 14 seconds. You can always do more if you like.
Maybe even adding a smile.
Oh, what a great embodiment of loving kindness is your smile. What a great gift to give strangers, not only loved ones.
Oh, there's the alarm. So we'll start to slow it down. And we're going to emphasize the pause.
Yeah.
So we're just taking a moment to notice, oh, how do you feel after doing that for 2 minutes? Twisting your spine, feeling the effects in your feet, your knees, your hips, low back, belly, chest, shoulders, neck, head,
Notice
fingers. Go ahead, yeah.
And notice if anything shifted, not only those body sensations, but your felt sense of aliveness. Maybe there's an emotional quality. For me, I'm feeling a little more calm and settled. How does it feel for you? Is your breath being received and released more fully? So it's very important, as Nicole says, that we both expand, we do movement, we grow, we learn, we discover. But just as critical is that we balance with integration, with pausing, with resting, feeling, sensing. Our teacher in Thailand, Pichet, he said, do, terrible, terrible. Sensing, sensing, sensing. So let's continue to sense.
Yeah, let's start to notice a place in your body that feels a little tight.
And might I add, before we jump into this loving kindness practice.
Okay, you got more.
Well, I want to set up where your position would be the most delicious.
Oh, yes.
So do you want to stand? Do you want to lay down?
Okay.
Do you want to be in a chair? Legs up the wall. You got some blankets? Make your way, and don't use your mind as the strategy to give your body what it really wants, but ask your body intelligence. Get curious. If your body could speak to you right now, where would it request you to go? And would you be willing to give yourself what your body wants right now?
Love it. And then once you feel comfortable, you feel set, now we can start to kind of shift our focus. And we're going to start to look for that tight spot, that little area of tension or big area of holding resistance that you might be experiencing right now in your body. It could be big, it could be small, it could be something that just shows up every once in a while. But right now, what's showing up for you?
And keep it simple. Keep it to one spot that you're feeling tightness or tension in your body, and rest your attention there.
Oh, mine just went to my left shoulder. I could feel a little.
Yeah, I feel like the furling of my eyebrows. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. I feel like, tension right in my brain.
And at the same time, we're
maybe separately.
Yeah.
Create a little space.
Okay, go for it. You go.
Yeah, and now sense a place in your body. Put your attention into an area that feels really open. Maybe it feels loose, or it's not, vying for your attention. Give it some attention. An area that's going well, feels open, loose, or just feels pretty neutral. Put your awareness there. And then I interrupted you before this. This is the part of being in the same space as.
Well, I like making contact. So first make contact with that area of tightness. So for me, that was my left shoulder. And then you can start to make contact with that area that feels really open to you. And for me, that was my right knee.
That's my belly.
Nice. So I'm feeling those. That looked funny. And then we're going to start to connect those two. So maybe you trace a line from open to tight, from tight to open. Maybe it's a zigzag. What's the pathway?
Maybe it's a swimming serpentine energy.
Maybe it's one hand, two hands.
You might be able to physically touch this area, or it might be really far from your hand, so you can also etherically trace.
Yes.
Like you're conducting the tight area, the open area, to begin to co-mingle.
Yeah, or maybe they come together and meet in the middle.
Or maybe you can hold both areas and even without your hands coming together, feel those areas connect inside your body. How about we add some breath?
Yeah.
So send your breath into that tight area. Get curious. Can you do 360-degree breathing around that tight area? The front, the back, the top, the bottom, the middle, the center, the periphery. And now breathe into that same area that feels a little looser, a little more open. Again, 360-degree breathing. I know you don't have lungs in all your muscles and joints, but even if you're not near lung tissue, near the pleura, imagine you can inflate into the air with your breath. And then commingle. Use your breath to connect the loose and tight area.
Oh.
And Nicole's
I can't help it. I'm doing it.
Nicole's automatically, how about we move?
How about we move both together?
Yeah.
Find a way to move in a way that connects both spots, the tight and the open. How can you move in a way that connects the both tight and the open?
And get curious, like I wasn't sure how I could move that space in my brain, but I'm doing all kinds of fun little goofy faces, doing a little face yoga. And then I'm trying to also get that area inside of my intestines to move, not necessarily moving my intestines, but give shape and give movement, give expression to the tight and loose areas. And can they begin to create a congruent, a commingled, a collaborative movement?
And maybe there might even be, let's get really weird, Heath. Let's make a sound.
Of course, because
if this had a sound, the connection had a sound. What would you say? Of course?
Oh, of course, weird, because healing is all about transformation, getting out of your box of predictability.
So maybe it's a simple like a little nummy sound, a yummy sound.
So you can connect your attention, your breath, your touch, your tracing, your sound.
Ooh, maybe a vowel sound like ah.
Feeling a little Fonzarelli? Hey.
Yeah, we invite you to have fun with this.
Make up a new sound. If you have a mantra sound or any kind of, I love the sigh sound.
Oh, the sound of the heart.
And can you imagine that tight and loose area creating a harmonic? Maybe it's a different pitch, higher or lower, but they're beginning to create a harmonic melody. And keep moving. Your movements might change. And I recommend if you keep repeating the same movement or breathing or sound 3 or more times, maybe create a different kind of movement or tracing or touching. You could squeeze, you could circle, you could, looks like Nicole's beginning to dance and begin to whirl her magic wand. And let's enjoy 3 more deep breaths as we expand into those areas that sometimes we separate. Good, bad, tight, loose.
Right.
And can we include all the feelings? And we'll find a natural way to slow down our movement.
Yeah, and maybe even bring both hands kind of over the belly.
You might want to
thumb
back
over
up a
thumb
bit.
resting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thumb over thumb resting both hands on your belly, kind of like gathering your own energy back. Bring it back into your toy chest. All the toys back right in here. Build a place to build your energy, your sea of chi.
Your lower dantian. This is the center of gravity. One hand with below your navel, one hand with into your body. This is the center of presence, the center of beingness. And notice, has the tight area or the loose area shifted? Has your felt sense experience of tension, pain, ache, limited range of motion shifted? And if that's true for you, consider finding one or more of these doorways to transformation, doorways of loving kindness through shifting and including with our attention, our touch, our tracing, our body movement, our breath, our sound.
So many doorways.
Oh, I love it.
So many ways to have fun, so many ways to connect. We really appreciate you connecting with us, continuing to create community in this virtual world. We love being here with you. Thank you so much.
And consider how you can pay this loving kindness practice forward. Who can you resonate a little extra special bonus feature of your smile? Maybe a stranger, some kind of not random act of kindness, but intentional.
Yeah.
And a multitude of intentional acts of kindness.
Love it.
We hope to see you next week, same time, same place. We've also got a immune enhancing workshop coming up that we'll be doing next Tuesday for an hour and
lots of
2
cool
more
healing
weeks.
moves there.
Yeah, how to get your immune system
Yeah,
optimized.
this COVID thing hasn't gone away yet, so let's keep our immunity up and healthy
our
and
body
strong.
is healthy and resilient. Thanks so much, everybody. Sending you all lots of metta.
Metta.
Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. See you next time. Bye. Oh, I love to see your faces. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.